People make a living hell in this life itself. Whenever your mind does something that does not help it achieve happiness, true happiness, that's a hell that the mind creates for itself. Like I said, living on the edge of life, that excitement. You know, when you watch sport, just playing sport, I get. Watching sport, that I don't get. It makes no sense. Playing sport, yes, because there's the exercise you get out of it, right? That's useful. Watching sport, all you're doing is vexing and relieving from vexation. Vexing and relieving from vexation. That's all that's happening. And the batsman on the field and the bowlers running in with the ball. Now, depends on which side you are. If you have picked a side, then that's vexation and relief from vexation. So when the ball's up in the air, now you're on the edge of your seat. You don't even get paid for it. At least they get paid for it. That's what I'm saying. Playing sport, I get, because it's a way of life for some. It's how they make their living. And that's fine. It's for exercise. But watching sport, okay, think about this for a second. 1996, who won the World Cup? Sri Lanka did, right? Okay, what did they do for you? I'll tell you what it did for you. For about the next 2 years, you talked about it. And even to this day, that's all we talk about. Right? So we won the World Cup. Okay. So, did they give you a free lunch out of it? Did your child get to a better school because of that? Did you somehow get a qualification of some sort? But do you remember the number of hours you sat in front of your TV watching that game? You got nothing out of it, right? Except for relief from vexation. As the balls were thrown into the batsman, and the batsman was batting, and people running around the field, right, on the edge, I remember watching it. I was there. I was there when it happened. I was watching the same game. But if you ask me today, what did I get out of it? Other than a fleeting moment of pleasure, nothing more. But that time, I cannot get back now. However, if I had invested that time in studying the Dhamma or doing some meritorious deed, do you think watching sport is meritorious? Watching sport, meritorious? Of course not. That's not meritorious. Actually, what you're doing is you're expending your merit as you watch it. You're expending your merit, because to be able to see itself is merit expended. Each time you see something, that's your merit consumed. Each time you hear something, your merit consumed. Your vipaka is being consumed. But it doesn't give you anything out of it. You don't get anything out of it. But your merit is being consumed. You don't become wiser. You don't become smarter. Your hunger doesn't get fed. Your thirst doesn't get quenched. You don't get a house. You don't get anything. But you sit, watch TV, watch the sport for many hours at a time sometimes. Sometimes if you watch the whole tournament, right, then you're there for weeks. What do you get out of it? Absolutely nothing. But why do you watch it though? Because someone put into your head that cricket must be watched. If your country is playing, you must watch it. That's what they put into my head. So, which country do I belong to then? Where did that come from? That was also planted in my head. My mind has no nationality. It has no nationality to identify with. Did you know? Were you a Sri Lankan when you were born? As in, did you know that you were Sri Lankan when you were born? Well, someone taught you that, right? And then from there on, you appreciated Sri Lankan. So when Sri Lanka played, you were happy. Why? Because someone said you were Sri Lankan. You didn't even know you were born in Sri Lanka. Just imagine you were born in Sri Lanka and someone said you were Indian. Imagine you grew up like that. then how would it have worked out? Then you would have identified yourself as an Indian and you would have enjoyed Indian things. So, who are you then? What is this identity that you have? It's basically what people have put into your minds. You are not any of them. You are just a mind looking for happiness. But in the pursuit of your happiness, people have kept on feeding stuff into your minds and you have been gulping all that. You've been swallowing each of those things with no discernment whatsoever. Whatever people threw at you, you collected, you picked it up and you hoarded it all in your mind, and now you have become what you think. Your whole identity you have defined for yourselves. And because you have defined those identities, you have taken these paths in life and you are still on them. But this is the only place where you can find happiness.